A lone traveler in the wilderness is seeking refuge. This traveler lifts his eyes to the heavens, whispering words of trust. Psalm 91, 1 through 2. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Through danger and darkness, he journeys forward, unshaken by the terrors of night or the arrows that fly by day. The Almighty covers him like a mother bird shielding her young. Psalm 91, 11 to 12. For He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. The traveler reaches a point of despair, crying out in anguish. Psalm 13, 1 to 2. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? Doubt creeps in. He feels abandoned, his enemies triumphing over him. But even in sorrow, a flicker of faith remains. Psalm 13, 5 through 6. But I have trusted in your mercy. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, because He has dealt bountifully with me. Hunted by enemies, the traveler hides in a cave, seeking God's mercy. Psalm 57, verse 1. Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful to me, for my soul trusts in you, and in the shadow of your wings I will make my refuge until these calamities have passed by. Surrounded by those who lay traps, he refuses to despair. Instead, he exalts the Lord. Psalm 57, 7 to 8. My heart is steadfast, O God, my heart is steadfast. I will sing and give praise. Awake, my glory. Awake, lute and harp. I will awaken the dawn. Betrayed, he prays for deliverance. Psalm 54, 1 through 2. Save me, O God, by your name, and vindicate me by your strength. Hear my prayer, O God. Give ear to the words of my mouth. Enemies seek to destroy him, but he knows God is his helper. Psalm 54, 4. Behold, God is my helper. The Lord is with those who uphold my life. With unwavering faith, he declares victory before it even comes, offering thanks to the Almighty. Psalm 54, 6 to 7. I will freely sacrifice to you. I will praise your name, O Lord, for it is good. For he has delivered me out of all trouble, and my eye has seen its desire upon my enemies. The traveler stands at the top of a mountain, victorious, lifting his hands in praise. From fear to faith, from sorrow to songs of deliverance, the Lord has been his refuge, his shield, and his salvation.
The book of Psalms is powerful. These verses reveal God's character, his faithfulness, and his love for his people. Psalm 23, 1 through 6. Trust in God. The Lord is my shepherd. A psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This verse portrays God as a shepherd who provides, protects, and guides. Just as a shepherd cares for his sheep, God ensures that his people lack nothing they truly need. Trusting in God removes fear of scarcity, because he is our ultimate provider. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Life brings difficulties, symbolized by the valley of the shadow of death, but God's presence brings comfort and courage. The rod and staff represent discipline and guidance, ensuring that believers stay on the right path. Trust in God's provision and presence, even in the darkest times. He is always leading and protecting you. Psalm 91, 1-7. God is a refuge, my refuge and my fortress. 91 verse 1. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Verse 3. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. Verse 4. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. Verse 5. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Verse 6. Nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. Verse 7. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Verse 8. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Verse 9. Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High who is my refuge. Verse 10. No evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. Verse 11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Verse 12. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. Verse 13. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. Verse 14. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. Verse 15. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. 16. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. This psalm speaks about divine protection. The secret place refers to close fellowship with God, where believers find safety. Calling God a refuge and fortress means He provides spiritual, emotional, and even physical protection. Psalm 91, 4-7. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. God is compared to a mother bird shielding her young, showing His tender care and love. His truth, His word, serves as a shield, protecting believers from falsehood and harm. When facing fear, sickness, or danger, remember that God is your refuge. Seek Him in prayer, and He will provide peace and protection. Psalm 46, God's presence in hard times. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Unlike earthly protection, which can fail, God is always present in times of trouble. His strength sustains His people, giving them courage to face adversity. Psalm 46:10, Be still and know that I am God. In moments of uncertainty, God calls us to be still, to trust and stop striving anxiously. It's a reminder that God is in control, even when life feels chaotic. When life feels overwhelming, pause, pray, and trust that God is working behind the scenes. God is our protection and strength to the main musician of the sons of Korah. Psalm on Alamoth. In the Psalm 46, God is our refuge and strength, our soon help in tribulations. Verse 2 says, Therefore we will not fear, even if the earth be removed, and the mountains will be transferred to the heart of the sea. Verse 3, Although its waters roar and are troubled, and let the mountains tremble because of their mightiness. Selah on verse 4. The river's currents make glad the city of God, the sanctuary of the mansions of the Most High. The verse 5. God is in the midst of her, will not be moved. God will help her when the morning dawns. 6. The nations roared, the kingdoms wavered. He gave His voice, the earth melted. 7. The Lord of hosts is with us, our refuge is the God of Jacob. Selah verse 8 says, Come, see the works of the Lord who has laid desolations on the earth. 9, who makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. That breaks the bow, cuts the spear, and burn the cars in the fire. 10, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted on earth. Verse 11, the Lord of hosts is with us. Our refuge is the God of Jacob. Selah.